is stuff really that bad? Like, I'm trying to do my stuff, like, record with the MacBook and the, with my lads, and yeah, today has just been a tough day, like, honestly. Like, I would say it's just my mom being sick. So after being a little bit unwell yesterday on Friday, and I recorded the whole B-roll for my video, like everything that I needed for B-roll, I recorded yesterday. Because when I started to utilize like my protocol of going to a library and changing my environment, my mom's sick, so I kind of have to stay home to take care of her in case she got some need, or if she worsens, then I gotta call the ambulance or some shit like that. But it's just like genuinely like worrying because most of the time it's not like this, and usually it's like every 1 month this happens. I'm kind of ready for it, but I'm not kind of not. Like, I'm usually going at my own pace. I got things that I get done at my own pace, but at this level, current level, it's really hard to expect something in terms of output that's a lot more. So it's really hard. So either give up my obsession and stay not that happy, and do what she says on the exam, or do both. I kind of lean towards doing both. I mean, I want to film, like, I want to film myself. I want to make videos, but yeah, it's not that easy. Obviously, that's one of the constraints. I wish it would be easier, but then it wouldn't be a journey, right? I wish it could be easier, but then it wouldn't be a journey. So right now, I guess I can't really expect any more of this day except finishing the whole video. I can't even expect editing. I mean, this morning I have so much wasted time. I'm kind of feeling guilty for like losing out on gap moments where it's like 10 minutes here and 20 minutes here, and it's mostly like that kind of time is where you kind of need to utilize, and urgency just helps you compact those moments down. But on weekend mornings you just don't have freaking urgency, like wake up at like 9 and just didn't have that much urgency. Neither was it early morning. I cold shower at about like 10:30, and after that I just started brain rotting on my phone before going on the bus. I missed the bus, came back, right, and then I just decided to film in here. After filming for a while, got like 60% done with my video, and then everything else just fell apart. Like my camera stopped working, so I just went and looked at some inspiration, and I changed my script a little bit. But at the end part, I still haven't figured out everything. But and then my mom comes in, and then it's just like she doesn't really care if you are working on anything, because fundamentally it's not that important. So I'm thinking, like, why does she think it's not that important? And I'm not having space, so that's really important thing. Like, space is probably the most important thing for somebody to create. Obviously she doesn't support this, so I guess she's right in her own sense. It's just been really hard because every time she asks for something small, you kind of have to give it away, because I'm living with her for another half a year, and I'm not planning to leave. I think it's the best time that I've spent with her for like the last 17 years of my life. It's the best time because you know, it's really hard to pair something with that. It's genuinely her, like, love has been changing. Like, she's been more, like, knowing of and empathetic sometimes. She controls her emotions a lot more. She communicates a lot better. But yeah, it's a lot of great improvement, but like it's still really hard to deal with, you know? Because when you ask for somebody's time regularly and it's gonna be like 10 minutes here, 15 minutes there, you know, I just want you to do this thing, it adds up a lot. And especially, it doesn't add up like if you break the sequence of things that I'm doing, it breaks the thought patterns. So she want me to pay. So it's like her, in her worldview, she wants me to pay attention to drawing something I'm not interested in, which is really hard. So I tune out, you know, and it's really easy to start arguments from there. Yeah. She starts saying something she thinks is important. I don't think it's important. I tune out. She asks me, "Hey, are you even paying attention?" Boom, argument starts. So now it becomes a game of whether I can dodge her, you know. But that feels guilty, and I'd say like she trained me to be a really empathetic, kind of like an empathetic person, like. So it's been really hard to just like be empathetic at the same time. I need to avoid her at the same time. I need to manage my time. So yeah, that's really the hard part. If I'm by myself, I wouldn't say I would focus like 100% of my time, but at least 80% of my time would be focused. And as long as she doesn't, like, there's no interruptions between the thought patterns, it's good. I could have gone on a walk. There's potential solves like such as get to the bus on time, get to the library on time, you know, change your environment, go for a walk. I don't know. Like, there's a bunch of ways to solve this, but the worst way is to stay at home. But when you're, this is like a child, when you're like forced to stay at a place and you're forced to do something that you're not wanting to do, or you're forced to listen to something that you don't want to listen to, or you feel emotional disconnection, basically. You want to tune out to your own world. But something prevents you from tuning out, that it worsens the process of ADHD, basically. And yeah, this goes pretty deep into that, but you know, as a person that's been having this being easy to distract, or sometimes I don't like the rules and I just want to like drop out and stuff. It's like really easy to like, I guess, rebel, I guess, not stay inside of system, because the system operates on its own, and when you try to, you know, fit into the system, it's not really that easy, especially for me. So trying to fit into the system is way worse than anything you could have done. And it's not just being yourself or being authentic. I think it's more about making sure that you have free space between everything. Like, free space between thoughts equals peace, and peace leads to happiness. Free space between your workspace makes your leaves the whole space less cluttered. Therefore, you could create better. Free space between, you know, you and other people, and when you need, bring genuine connection and ask for what they can provide. You know, and the life, in my opinion, is just mastering the manipulation of space. Like, how well can you close the space when you need somebody, and you give something in return of value. When you need to execute, close the space between your thoughts and keep executing. And when you need peace, open up the space so that you can, you know, have more peace and enjoy life a bit more and be content. And when you obviously you can execute and be happy at the same time, but that needs to be something that you really love, which a lot of people don't have. And when you need a lot of filming or do a lot of actions, just don't keep your space cluttered. Obviously I'm doing a really bad job, but you know, get the point. So the point I'm trying to make here is that, you know, it's really hard to do everything right, and in my opinion it's just sometimes life is life. So, you know, just deal with it, flow with it, make the best out of it. And honestly, if I don't graduate, I don't graduate. Like, you know, obviously I can blame myself, but at the end of the day, like, I have agency, but you know, most of the things that matter really is that space. So if you could take something away from this, just, you know, take away that you gotta just make your own space in this life. Like Steve Jobs made his own space, Apple. Elon Musk made his own space, Tesla and SpaceX. They obviously amplified their own world and had a bigger mission, but to support yourself, I'd say like be able to create space when you need and mastering the closing of space when you don't need it. That's just my rant on the way that a creative guy who's trying to film like simply just videos helping people is going through life right now. And hopefully you guys could experience the same and get better creative energy.